What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We are starting off in full motherfucking screen mode here because, I don't know, why not? I mean, eventually what I'm going to do is have like a full-on good quality camera for these videos, but for now, I mean, you can actually probably tell I upgraded the mic already, so the sound here should be significantly juicier. But, you know, for video quality now, I think this is fine, and you're just getting good quality audio. Maybe you just play this in the background. Maybe you look at my face here in this bubble and my, drawings and whatever not I put here. Maybe not, who knows. Anyway, today we're talking about the 7 habits of highly effective tribe building. We already had part 1 of this where I just went through the 7 and what they mean, but now what I want to do is just break out each one of these into a video of their own and just provide a lot more in-depth value for you here. So the first habit is know thyself, build thy vision. And basically what this means is know yourself to the point where you have a vision, you have a mission that you are pursuing that essentially gives you and yourself weight so that you have an actual purpose in life and you're not just floating around trying to meet random people, wasting your time chasing girls. You're chasing a mission. As I think it's Cameron, the good old Cameron Dallas says, girls chase guys who chase their dreams. And that's I think there's a lot of truth to that statement, and that's partly why it's habit number 1. I mean, I think the goal isn't to have a dream so that girls chase you. The goal is to have a dream and to pursue that dream, and that's your number 1 drive in life. But how do you do that? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. And if you are already on your path, I'm assuming if you're on this channel, you're probably already a very motivated guy in general. That's great. You probably already are pretty clear about what it is that you're doing in your life. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. Nonetheless, this video is actually going to help you get more clear about that if you actually follow the action steps that I tell you to do. And it's going to help you build a better tribe. So the first thing is I want to tell you a story about my pandemic silent retreat. So this was last year, 2020, midsummer. And I experimented with going 3 days without speaking, without coffee, without food, without even journaling. And the first day, actually, I had like 3 days split up. Each had different rules. But the first day, I literally sat in a room and did nothing. I went to the bathroom, but I didn't eat. I didn't do anything. I sat there and did absolutely nothing for a day. And what I found was that I got a lot of clarity about what was important to me. Okay, it's something about I think the body's reaction to when you don't do anything, that it starts to sort of go into panic mode almost like it's like, wait, why aren't you doing anything? What's going on? Are you shutting down? Are you dying? It starts to question things, and therefore it brings to the surface the shit that actually matters in life. You start to actually get more in tune and in touch with that which, again, actually matters. Okay, and it happens very quickly. After the first day, I had a lot of epiphanies about what mattered to me. I also learned through the silent retreat actually that note-taking is not actually that important. You don't have to take as many notes as you think, because the good ideas that come to you through intuition, if you practice meditation consistently, the good ideas will come back to you again and again. Now, I obviously do keep a journal, and in that journal, I review that journal. I take lots of notes, and I will review it on almost sometimes a weekly basis, at least a quarterly basis, just to go back and see if I jotted down anything that might have been a really good action that I just might have forgotten to do. But for the most part, I found that your brain does a really good job, and your higher self leads you to the things that actually matter. So, don't worry so much if you have a great idea and then you forget it, because if it's that good of an idea, it's going to come back to you. So it just might not come back to you at the exact moment that you think it should. It'll come back to you when you really want it to. I mean, actually, this video today is a really good example of that. I told myself yesterday that I wanted to make a video today that 110% over-delivered on value. I was going to brainstorm a list of things, but I was like, you know what? The idea will just come to me. I've been doing this long enough that I know that at some point the idea will just flow into me at the time that is right. I actually recorded a couple other videos for this channel earlier today, and I was like, either of these is not they were good videos, don't get me wrong. I try to put out amazing content on this channel every day, but I felt that and I already know that this one's going to be 110% over delivering. So that being said, You don't have to take that many notes. Back to the silent retreat. What I also learned in those 3 days was, like, again, what actually mattered to me and who actually mattered to me. I was able to really figure out, like, in my circle of friends, who are the ones I value the most, who are the ones I want to be around the most, who are the ones that advance my mission the furthest, who are the ones that are potentially holding me back. And I was able to get really, really real with myself. Again, partly because I think your body, when it starts to go into that mode, it starts to almost like shut down a little bit, and it gets confused. And so it brings to the surface, to your mind, like the stuff that you actually really need to get done, instead of like checking Instagram, which is obviously not very important. So that's my story about my pandemic silent retreat, and why I think to know yourself, you should do one of those. I recommend you just sit a day, do absolutely nothing for an entire day, turn your phone off, turn your laptop off, put in your schedule once a quarter to just do nothing for an entire day. And it'll probably be one of the most high ROI things that you can absolutely do in terms of knowing yourself. And of course, in your state of consciousness as well. I mean, I could go on about consciousness forever. It's something that I go into, it seems like, every single day and every single call with people who join my programs, because, I think consciousness is one of those things where, you can hear about it, you can definitely like get value from video like this, but when you actually like speak to someone who's like almost like enlightening you in a way, like it's different to listen to Eckhart Tolle versus like going to Eckhart Tolle and like seeing him in person and him looking you directly in the eyes and being like, his whole Eckhart thing. It's different. Anyway, let's get back into the video. So I want to talk about this quote here from Friedrich Nietzsche, which is, "And those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music." And those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music. So this is a brilliant quote. I love it. And it does a few things for me. So one, it really, it reminds me that the subtle nudges, that like quiet voice of stillness, the voice from silence, it can only be heard if you are still, if you are silent multiple times per day for at least, 30 minutes to an hour per day. If you don't connect to silence, you're not going to be able to hear that intuition that's trying to communicate with you what you're really supposed to be doing. You will just, walk around with the mind chatter, all right? And that's what I wrote in this next line here. Like, if you just walk around the world with like thoughts going through your head, thinking what you should do, blah, 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 what should I do now? I'm watching this video. Okay, what should I do later? Blah, blah, blah. Like that mind chatter prevents you from hearing the voice that actually tells you what the fuck you're supposed to be doing. That actually is the true you, and that is connected to insight, intuition, in other words, the subtle nudges. Vadim Zeland calls this the rustling of the morning stars. Very interesting way to put it. I really like that. It's like this message, this truth that is being communicated to you, but if you have mind chatter going on, you can't even hear it. It's very subtle, okay? It's quiet. And if you get quiet, you will be able to hear it, but if not, you won't be able to hear it, and you'll see everyone else who's like motivated and like doing amazing things around you and has an amazing tribe, amazing friend group, amazing business. You'll be like, how the fuck are they doing that? Well, you would know if you just shut the fuck up for a few minutes a day and just waited for that intuition. Now, once you do hear it, here's what changes. You start to dance. You start to quite literally transform in incredible ways. I mean, you start to like set goals for yourself that previously you didn't even realize you had those goals. You start to pursue goals and people and new social circles that you previously didn't before, because you were basically being run by someone else's narrative, by someone else's script. When you get quiet, you can wake up to your own calling, your own script. You can write your own script. You can write your own narrative instead of being dragged along by the reason and by the scripts of other people. So you want to dance, and you want people to think that you're wild, and like they kind of like, you see people and like, how does he do it? Like, how does David Goggins like train the way he does? How does he do it? You've probably seen him, the ex-Navy SEAL guy, who does like 100-mile marathons and shit like that, and does push-ups all the time. He's always running and motivating people. It's like, how does he do that? Well, he's obviously got a greater calling that he's listening to. He obviously has probably gone through a lot of pain that forced his rising in consciousness that brought him those messages. So that is this is a pretty deep video here. We're 10 minutes in, but I think there's like a lot in here if you really listen to this. And hopefully, I mean, the point here is like, I want you to be inspired to like, maybe like even after this video, to just like shut the fuck up for like 30 minutes, set a timer, and try not to move. Just like sit there, breathe in, fill up your stomach, and just don't move. And if you have to, like, you could even set almost like rather than like 30 minutes, this would be another good meditation technique. Set a timer every 5 minutes, but do that 6 times. Because every 5 minutes, you should bring your awareness back to center, back to, okay, am I actually aware of my own thoughts? Am I actually doing this productively? Or am I just letting my brain chatter and I'm like being confused about what meditation is? True meditation is simply observing your own awareness and being aware that you are aware. Try to do that right now. Like, just be aware that you are aware. It's very simple. Once you get it, it's simple, at least. Can you be aware that you're aware right now? That's it. That's meditation. And if you can do that and wake up 6 times in 30 minutes, you're well on your way to becoming, someone who's aware most of the day. And therefore, if you're aware most of the day and you control your awareness, you can dictate a lot about your reality, about your purpose in life. You can hear those subtle nudges, and you can attract people who maybe previously you just weren't able to, or you didn't vibe with because, they were, again, locked in with their mind chatter like most people are. And that's it. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to be around other like-minded people, maybe you'll get the subtle nudge to direct message me at ArlenMoore2 on Instagram, the word Discord, and I'll send you an application link. If you want me to personally mentor you in building your tribe, I have 5 slots open per week in my private mentoring program, the Tribe Accelerator. You can direct message me at ArlenMoore2, the word YouTube, and I will send you the application link. If you enjoyed this video, give a big thumbs up. Drop a comment below to help the algorithm so that we can get these videos out to more guys. We're really in a spiritual battle here. We're in the midst of a spiritual rising of consciousness, and I think that if more people get content like this and are convinced to start meditating and stuff, that the world will just be such a better place. It'll be more fun to live in. And I think, if you share this video with someone that you think would benefit it, or enjoy it and benefit from it, then that'd be great. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, peace.